Diana, I apologize for reaching out so late. Can we talk now?
Good evening, Paulette. It's not an issue. Is something the matter?
There was a discussion about the upcoming local moms party. I was considering reaching out during the day, but I assumed you'd be working then.
I appreciate your thoughtfulness.
Yes, both you and Frederick have jobs, so don't worry. Regarding the moms party, we're gathering this Saturday. We've chosen the local church as the venue. You're able to make it on Saturday, right, Diana?
I'm sorry. Currently, work has me occupied, and I'm working this Saturday too.
Really? You mean you can't attend?
No, I can't. I'm sorry, but I'm grateful for the invitation.
This time, Shania, the double-income mom, will also be joining. Any chance you could take some time off? It's a wonderful opportunity for you to participate.
I wish I could, but unfortunately, I can't.
I understand. That's disappointing. But you'll be present for the Children's Festival next week, right? Frederick attended the festival meeting in your place. You'll make it on the day, won't you?
Actually, I have an important meeting scheduled for that day.
So, you can't attend the festival either?
If my meeting finishes early, I might be able to make it. But I can't promise to be there from the beginning.
Well, this might be unsolicited advice from a stay-at-home mom like me, but it could be better to spend more time with your daughter. Eileen just started elementary school, correct? Are you relying on your husband excessively?
Maybe to some extent. Frederick does work from home, but he contributes to housework and parenting.
In the end, children need quality time with their mothers. You both work, and your husband earns well, right? Maybe having a part-time job would be beneficial.
Personally, I enjoy my current job, so I don't plan on quitting. I do understand your point though. But you and I have our own lives too.
You're right. I might have been overly assertive. However, you don't attend local moms meetings or children's events. I just worry about Eileen.
Thank you for your concern. You've given me much to think about, Paulette.
I'm glad I could be of help. I understand Frederick works from home, but he's still working. Try not to burden him excessively. Even I, as a full-time stay-at-home mom, sometimes feel overwhelmed by parenting.
You're correct. I should definitely consider Frederick as well.
Yes, that's a good approach. Some of the other moms speculate that you're merely a self-absorbed workaholic. If you want to avoid these strange rumors, perhaps show a bit more motherly concern.
I wasn't aware of these rumors. All right, I'll be cautious.
No worries. I defended you when I heard these rumors.
Thank you, Paulette. I don't know what I'd do without you.
You're welcome. We support each other in times of trouble, right? Well, I'm off to bed.
Okay, good night. I know it's late, so thank you. Frederick, are you getting ready for the children's party, right?
Indeed.
Hey, I was actually pondering. Am I excessively depending on you?
What's on your mind?
You know Paulette, from the same floor? She offered me some guidance. I've always been turning down invitations to mom's meetings and kids' events. When I told her I wasn't attending this festival, she advised me to consider Eileen more.
Isn't Paulette somewhat like the local leader?
I recognize you're trying to lighten the mood with that jest. But it got me reflecting on how much I've leaned on you lately.
I don't really perceive it that way. I work from home, but my workload is only about half of yours, Diana. Eileen doesn't demand too much attention at 6 years old.
Really?
Yes. You're swamped right now, yet even so, I think you contribute fairly to household chores and parenting.
True. That does give me some relief.
I mean, working from home might incline you to be a bit isolated. I'm grateful I can attend Eileen's events to get out. Don't stress it, this approach works well for both of us.
All right, thanks.
And I believe Eileen feels your love too. Despite your busy schedule, you crafted a dress for the festival. She appeared delighted and thanked you, so it should all be fine.
You're right. My spirits are lifted. I've been a bit down for the first time in a while.
Still, you're quite assertive at work.
Well, I received family-related advice. It's not just about me.
Let them voice their opinions. Anyway, once kids advance beyond elementary school, moms tend to gather less at children's events.
Agreed. I'm feeling better now. I'll wrap things up quickly at work today. Then we can all enjoy the dinner you prepared as a family.
You're quite engaged with work, so don't strain yourself too much. Nevertheless, I'll make something slightly elaborate tonight.
Appreciate it. Frederick, make sure to get things ready for the party tonight.
Absolutely, I've got it covered.
I apologize, Paulette. I'm currently at my workplace, so I'll return your call later.
Diana. Eileen is facing a problem.
What happened?
She had a fall from the balcony.
What?
Indeed? That doesn't seem accurate.
Today is the festival day, so I assumed she'd be there.
She did go home earlier due to exhaustion. During that time, I was at home briefly and witnessed it. Subsequently, I accompanied Frederick to the hospital in an ambulance. She's at Townsend Hospital, and you should consider reaching there promptly.
Unbelievable. As Eileen should be together with Frederick.
I'm speaking the truth. Frederick was so distressed that I thought he couldn't even manage to call you. And I was correct. You weren't informed yet.
Is Eileen in a stable condition?
I'm unsure. Yet she was breathing. Your immediate presence at the hospital is of utmost importance.
Frederick. What are you up to? How's Eileen? Were you keeping an eye on her? Is Eileen fine? Let me know as soon as you see her. I'm on my way there while driving. I should be there in around 15 minutes.
Mommy, it's Eileen. I'm eating ice cream with Daddy.
What, Eileen?
Yes. What happened, Mommy?
What? Eileen, are you okay?
I'm okay. But Daddy is in trouble.
What's wrong with Daddy?
Daddy dropped ice cream on his clothes and he's wiping it now. He told me to keep this secret. I told you because keeping secrets is bad.
Well. Thanks for telling me that. Eileen, can you give your phone to Daddy?
Yep.
Eileen has already told you, Diana. The ice cream slipped because a kid bumped into me. It wasn't my fault.
Well, that's all right by me. But Eileen is safe, right?
What? Yes. Why? What's the matter?
Did you read my messages?
I apologize. I allowed Eileen to use my phone for games, so I didn't notice them. Wait a moment. Huh? What's the implication here? What's the connection between Eileen being fine and you going to the hospital? Were you upset for some reason?
Paulette informed me that Eileen tumbled from the balcony. She mentioned Eileen was taken to Townsend Hospital.
What? What is she talking about? Eileen was with me the entire time. A child bumped into me at the festival, so we went home to change clothes. And I would never allow Eileen to be on the balcony alone.
Well then. It was a fabrication. That's relieving.
No, it's still not right. Diana, what about work? Weren't you leaving?
Oh right.
Didn't you have an important client meeting today? Did it go well?
It went fine. Since I just finished it. I'm heading home now anyway.
Understood. But what's going on with Paulette? She can't just fabricate such things. I'm so angry.
I know, isn't it frustrating? But why would she tell those lies? She must have known they'd be easily debunked. And today is the festival, correct? Paulette was present, wasn't she?
Yes, Paulette mentioned she couldn't come due to an urgent matter.
Is that so?
Yes. And there's something I didn't tell you, Diana.
What is it?
I'm sorry, but Paulette recently contacted me privately.
Huh? What do you mean privately? Like she texted you?
She expressed her desire to meet and discuss her problems. She invited me to her house.
Wow, what? Why didn't you mention this earlier?
Well, I had no intention of going. When I was considering informing you, you were upset because of what she said about Eileen.
But. So, Paulette invited you alone to her house? That's highly inappropriate.
Initially, I thought it was just a thing among stay-at-home parents. Still, I believed it would be better not to meet her alone. So I declined all her invitations. I can show you the messages later. I was avoiding it because it felt uncomfortable.
Well, all right. But if that happens again, inform me immediately.
Yes, I apologize. But why would she follow that up with a false claim about Eileen falling from the balcony?
I messaged Paulette, but she hasn't read it. Seriously, what's going on with her?
Let's discuss what to do after you return home. She's our neighbor, so we'll encounter her. It's unbelievable that she would tell such a terrible lie. I concur.
I'm sorry for getting so emotional.
Anyone would be. We should get her to apologize for that.
Hey! What have you done?
Good morning, Paulette. You've finally replied.
Fabian served me divorce papers. I'm sure it's your doing.
My fault? I believe it's your own fault, Paulette.
We had a normal argument, you and I. But suddenly, Fabian insists on divorce. He claims we can't coexist if I'm causing problems with the neighbors. I assume you informed him about yesterday.
I informed him, certainly, because I was told a terrible lie. Besides, you also contacted my husband to meet him privately. What were you thinking?
It's fine because, in the end, I didn't meet him. Or did I commit a crime that would involve the police? Why are you so furious? I just stretched the truth a little.
You haven't done anything illegal, but you've acted terribly as a person. Anyone would be upset hearing about their child falling from a balcony. I rushed home from work.
Did you make it to the meeting?
It went well as I managed to leave it.
I should have messaged you earlier then. I thought you might lose your job.
What?
You emphasized that the meeting was important. Perhaps I could have persuaded you to leave it.
So that was your intention. Were you trying to flirt with my husband just to get to me?
Stop claiming that I attempted to seduce him. I just wanted to discuss some issues. Frederick is the stay-at-home parent in your household, correct? If you consider it as two friends, there's no harm in meeting.
I believe it's different for a man and woman to meet alone late at night.
Nonetheless, we didn't meet in the end. Why are you so upset about something that never transpired? As I said earlier, I haven't done anything wrong.
You've truly distressed us. How would you feel if I told you your son fell and got hurt? Wouldn't you experience emotions like sadness, anxiety, or anger? And wouldn't you be furious if another woman invited your husband to meet privately?
I don't know, as that's never happened to me. And I don't care if Fabian begins seeing someone else. It's fine as long as he provides me with the money I want.
You're unbelievable.
That's how things are normally. Most stay-at-home moms aren't concerned about their husband's actions. Besides, what you did to my husband is much worse than what I did.
How so?
He's seeking a divorce because of your influence. Even though Fabian and I don't get along. We could have supported our children as long as we had money. You're attempting to drive a wedge between us. And our children will bear the consequences. You're ruining my children's lives.
This is your responsibility, Paulette. Can you please stop shifting blame onto others?
But in reality, isn't what I'm saying accurate? We're on the brink of divorce now. So you should have been more thoughtful in your actions. Don't you feel any remorse for my children?
Well,
You should explain to Fabian that it was all a misunderstanding. Do you comprehend now? Go and rectify this.
I can't do that. In any case, Fabian was already contemplating divorcing you. He mentioned that you made him shoulder all household chores and parenting.
He said that. He disclosed all of that to you?
Yes, I heard everything. Thus, I intend to show him these text messages between us. They're evidence that you view him merely as a source of money.
Stop it. Are you joking? Why are you meddling in our marriage?
I'm going to do it. Unlike you, I don't lie. You were the one who initially mistreated me.
I apologize. I'm sorry for causing you and your family trouble. So please, don't tell Fabian.
Both Frederick and I want to assist Fabian. You even went out with your friends on your son's birthday, didn't you? Before advising me on parenting, perhaps you should start raising your child properly.
You've misunderstood. I said those things out of jealousy. You have a successful career and a kind husband. It's everything I desire, an ideal life. You have what I lack. I let my emotions take over.
Emotions? All the inappropriate actions you took were due to your emotions? Your ideal married life won't just come to you effortlessly. Both of you need to collaborate to shape it.
I know. But I can't lead a life like yours. You wouldn't understand. You can handle everything.
I'm not flawless either. My husband and I work together, compensating for each other's weaknesses. Don't shift the blame onto someone else. Confront this reality.
How will I cope if Fabian divorces me?
That depends on how determined you are, Paulette.
You've wrecked my life, so you should think about my next steps. Why is it all on me? You're the one who deserves to be unhappy.
You still haven't grasped it, despite everything.
No, I don't get it. Why do I have to be treated like this over a single lie?
You lied about Eileen's fall. But it's you who has fallen. Karma has caught up to you. You need to deeply reflect on your actions. Following that, Paulette and Fabian made the decision to live separately for the sake of their children. As a part of the arrangement, Fabian insisted that Paulette take up a part-time job. He communicated that reuniting was possible if Paulette made an earnest attempt to cover the additional expenses arising from their separation. However, Paulette's behavior remained unchanged, which ultimately led to Fabian filing for divorce. Due to her lack of contribution to household and parenting responsibilities, Fabian was granted sole custody of the children. The situation seemed irreparable when Paulette's young son expressed his desire to reside with his father. I had the unfortunate experience of dealing with a challenging local mom. Nonetheless, it's conceivable that Paulette was grappling with inner turmoil. Nevertheless, I haven't been able to overlook her dishonesty regarding Eileen's incident, or her attempts to involve Frederick. As Paulette stated, her actions might not have been unlawful. Nevertheless, anyone placed in such a situation would likely share these sentiments. While our actions were somewhat limited, we are relieved that Paulette is no longer a part of our lives. Nowadays, I'm not inundated with bothersome invitations to local mom events, enabling me to enjoy a tranquil coexistence with my neighbors. Some of the other local moms have confided that the frequency of these events was a bit overwhelming for them. These occasions were likely where Paulette felt most at ease. While socializing holds its significance, I believe that my family should take precedence moving forward. Challenges in parenting and our marriage are anticipated. However, my intention is to collaborate with my spouse and navigate them jointly.